What's up, Choka Bros and Moogals? How is everybody doing? It is Kid Kupo with yours truly, as always, the White Void. How are we doing tonight? We are
We are
back.
doing fantastic.
Okay, well, we spoke a little bit on this. I do want to do a quick moment of silence for the since everybody knows this is episode 5.
Can't believe we made this far.
I know it's good. It's a fun time. But
Oh yeah,
we're gonna
that
have
was a
a
great one.
little moment of silence right now for the dead but not forgotten MMOs. Toontown, 2003 to 2013. Dark Age of Camelot, 2001, 2013. The Realm Online, 96 to 2002. It's a forefather MMOs. City of Heroes, 2004 to 2012. Warhammer Online, 2008 to 2013. Asheron's Call, 1, 99 to 2017. Asheron's Call 2, 02 to 05. Or that's 2012. I'm not sure. Turbine, they announced that they were relaunching the game, starting with a beta, but I'm not sure. So we're gonna have like a 5-second moment of silence for all those forgotten games, or dead but not forgotten MMOs. Okay, so how was your week? Have you been playing anything new or anything at all?
No. I just bought a few games over the weekend. Yeah, I'll just admit it now because I had a birthday this week.
Happy belated
So
birthday! I forgot. Wasn't sure if
yep.
you wanted me to announce that your birthday or not, but we
Yeah,
did
no,
have a
that's all
birthday.
good, man. I'm just gonna announce it. I'm not gonna say what day it is, but I decided to treat myself, and I'm probably gonna play it once I get the DLC and have the money for it. I got Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. And I've been playing mostly Fall Guys, Company of Heroes 2, and and an MMO, Destiny 2.
Okay, well, eventually we're gonna have a sci-fi like space type episode. So let me know about Warhammer once you play that. Um,
Yeah, no, I've been playing Warhammer. Like Warhammer is not just a video game; it's a tabletop game. It's a huge world building thing too. But we'll get to
yeah,
that when we get
yeah,
to that sci-fi episode, though.
yeah. We're gonna be doing a tabletop episode in the future. I don't know much about it. I've never experienced it. I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, but I've never got to it. At cons though, I've played like Werewolf and stuff. I know you
Hmm.
used to go to CT, I believe, right?
Yeah, no, I did go to the
Couple
Kineticon
times.
one time that was held in the Hartford XL Center. I only went there for like the last day because the tickets were cheap. But the con that I went to the most was New York Comic Con. I went to New York Comic Con in 2012 and 2014.
Yeah. So I just wanted to run through some topics. We're gonna be talking about some MMOs. We're gonna run through some of the. We already started with White Void. I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff I've been playing. I've been going back and playing some JRPGs
Mm-hmm.
that I haven't played. Mostly old schools like some Sega and Super Nintendo games. I played Breath of Fire 2. It's I'm not too far. I'm just grinding it out right now, but it's a really fun RPG. I'm having a lot of fun
Yeah,
with that, and I've been playing Fantasy Star too. I have this
yeah. I looked into that a little bit. I actually put that on my wish list on Steam.
the Sega
It looked
classics,
interesting.
and it's good. They got 2, 3, and Fantasy Star 2, 3, and 4, and they got a bunch. They had Landstalker. They have a bunch of great games, and not only just they have RPGs, great RPGs from that era, and I'm having a
Yeah,
good time with it. But I want to do Final Fantasy uh 14 is I just wanted to discuss that a little bit. Actually, I wanted to talk about Ultima Online first. That was probably the first MMO I've ever played. Um,
yeah. I don't know anything about Ultima myself. I mean, this is my. I mean, consider me living under a rock somewhere in Mars. But I never heard of Ultima. I mean, I might have heard it, but probably forgotten about it. But I never played it.
Lord British was the one. I don't know if you ever heard of I think it's Lord British. Or, what is his name? Lord British, I believe. Yeah, Lord British. He's the one. He designed this, a game called Calibeth when he was like 15 in high school.
Wow.
Into the 70s, man. And I mean, from that he made Ultima was the next game he made. The first what I'm getting to is the first RPG I ever played was Ultima 3. I finally figured that out like last week. I've been looking for the game for so long, trying to figure out what it was. I finally found it. And
Yeah, didn't you discuss that with dang it, Sleepy last episode?
yeah, I talked about that briefly. That's why I wanted to get into the whole MMO talk, because Ultima Online was the first MMO I really played. That, and then I played EverQuest, but Ultima
Ah,
Online was so fun, man. You could sit in town and like be a bard, and like I believe, I'm not sure. I think you get tips from people. They could pay you to just sit there
if you're
and
good
play
enough
music
at
and
it.
get tips and stuff. And you can tame like the wildlife, and you could get your own house, and you can have like it was just such a great MMO. Just the music was fantastic, and it was so fun. They actually have some servers that you could still play it right now. I think actually the regular game is still actually still live, and that's just crazy.
That is nuts. I
We were
mean,
just
my
talking
first.
about
Oh,
what was the first MMO you played?
uh, believe it or not, and I know it's probably going to be a lot of people's first as well as RuneScape, the second iteration of it. Because I remember the first old school RuneScape was like, again, it was ran on JavaScript, much like the second one was, but it was more 2D. But like this was more like a 3D element to it. And
Yeah,
I was young, like I was in my mid teens when I first played it, and it was like these how do I explain it? It's um like a halfway decent like 64-bit graphics almost. I mean, I'm not saying it is. Like I could be completely wrong, but that's what it looked like to me because like some of the shapes and the all these shapes and the geometry of it all reminded me of like some of the like a lower quality
games
version
in
of
64.
Mario 64.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of the Final Fantasy VII polygon type things,
Yeah,
right?
the polygons. Yeah, that
But
sort of thing. Like a lesser version of that.
I mean,
And
I know what. Oh, sorry about that. What was that?
but yeah, no, if I'm not mistaken, that RuneScape is ran by two British brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know too much about it. I mean, I've never played it. I do know a little bit about it. I do know. I mean, it's the game spans over 21 years. I'm pretty sure, and I know it has the old
Yeah,
school.
no, it's been
Uh,
going on for a long time. It was like, if I'm not
European.
mistaken, I think it was like late '90s. I'll figure that out right now. I think it was like '98 or '97.
Wow. I know it was originally called Devious Mud. I believe that was the original name for it. And I guess it was originally intended to like for like just social activities and stuff like that, because they didn't have the money to play UO.
Yeah, no, it
Uh,
started January 4th, 2001.
wow.
Yeah, so it's been going on for 19 years now.
If you have a good MMO, I mean, WoW came along, and just I'm not a big fan of WoW, because
Neither
a
was
lot of
I.
MMOs. I mean, you've got to give it credit. You can't take credit away from it because what it's achieved. But a lot of MMOs began to um try to be WoW, and that's why I love Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it started off like WoW started off as an RTS game, and then later in its lifespan, they decided to branch off into MMO, and it was a bold move on their part because RTS was their thing, and now it's just like now the whole MMO aspect of WoW is completely taken over, and I don't remember the last time these guys made a WoW RTS game.
um, yeah, I know. I just wanted to run through. I'm just looking at this real quick. I wanted to run through some of this because I've been researching, because I was going to get back into Final Fantasy 14. I was researching on the new update, and I haven't played it in a while. I don't think I've played it since it came out after the original version shut down.
I
Whenever I was
haven't I haven't played since since midway through Shadow Blade, I
Shadowbringer.
believe. Huh?
Was it Shadowbringer?
Yeah, Shadowbringer. Yes, like when Shadowbringer was like midway through its life, and now they have a new and now they have like a brand new expansion for it. I forget what that one's called, but like I said,
See,
I
I've been
played it
following.
before. I still, it's like, because you know when you buy a game on Steam, you can't get rid of it. It stays in your library forever, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
I still get news and updates from Final Fantasy XIV, and it shows me what's going on, what the new update is, and stuff like that.
Well, I'm gonna. I mean, I say it every show. I'm probably gonna save it every show. I live and breathe Final Fantasy. The only one I can't stand is 13. But once we get to the Final Fantasy segments, and that's I'll announce that in the future. Well, I still keep updated on it, even though I haven't played it. I'm going to get back into it very soon.
Mhm.
I was looking at the update. I didn't know they had triple triad. I guess this is update 5.35, new
Uh,
patch, and
five
they added
point
new
yeah,
cards, new
five point
opponents
thirty
to face,
five.
new quests, and new housing stuff, new furniture. I guess there's a design contest, and the new furniture from there is added. Bunch of new PvP adjustments, new moves for warriors, new moves for the dragoons, the samurais, the machinists, the white mages, and the scholars.
Yeah, I mean, I know in their last update they introduced a bunch of new classes and whatnot.
There's new items.
I had two characters. One was a dragoon, and one was a I think they're akin to a black mage, I believe.
There's new achievements. And new mountain stuff have been added. But I mean, they as far as achievements, you can't undermine Final Fantasy 14 and what it's come from. I mean, it's a fantastic MMO. It's actually probably my favorite MMO. They run a bunch of great events. I mean, I don't know if it's still going on, but they had the Yokai
Yeah,
Watch event recently. You could
my
pick
thing
up
with
the
Final
Yokai Watch.
Fantasy 14 that it had it. You can't help but to admit this when you think of Final Fantasy 14 that when it first got released, it had an extremely rough start.
Oh, of course. That's why they shut the whole thing down. They redid it with the Realm Reborn.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Like everyone was completely like tearing this game a new one. It was awful.
It was bad. Played the
Yeah,
beta.
no, like,
I played the original beta and I played the beta for Realm Reborn. But I
yeah,
mean,
and then all of a sudden, like a new, like they it just breathed, just got like a new breath of life into the game. But for me, like we discussed in earlier episodes, like I like the game. I like Final Fantasy 14, but the problem is that it's so late into its lifespan that it's kind of hard to get to. And for me, as a guy that really wants to I want to get the full experience. Like I don't want to pay the extra money to catch up with everyone else. Like I want to know every single little thing that's going on.
I
So,
love Final
but
Fantasy. I'm gonna go and start playing it again. I'm going
I'm
to.
not sure. I'm not sure. Like I'm still in the air about it. But if I do, it's probably not going to be for a while. Which is another MMO which I just discussed is Destiny 2. Which is what I like about them is that it's totally 100% for free. Like once you buy the game and once you buy the expansions, and even Destiny had its rough moments. It's just that you can catch up. Like they found ways to accommodate for new players as they come in, even though like a Destiny veteran such as myself who's been playing it since it came out, and everyone is getting all these nice things. It's just like, hey, I grinded for all my stuff. Why are you getting it automatically? But I get it. It's a marketing strategy, and to them, it works, and it
Mhm.
has been working.
Of course, but you can't deny you get what you pay for. I mean, it is a fantastic MMO, but I mean, I can't really speak upon it. I mean, I played it when it first came out, but I haven't played it since. But from what I hear, a lot of people I know still play it? You for instance?
Yeah, no, like see, because here's the formula that Destiny 2 has been doing it, which even though all these other games are non MMO, but what Destiny has been doing is that is not a pay to win game. Like it's all based on how much you played and how much you grinded for the stuff. Like
Exactly.
all the stuff that you can buy, like with actual money, it's just cosmetic stuff, which I've been preaching for since day one. Like for games, like, hey, if you're going to have content that can be purchased by real money, let it be cosmetic stuff. Like, don't let it be, oh, this special rare item that makes you do all these crazy abilities and whatnot, and has like this overwhelmingly good characteristics, and then you say, oh, but it has these other bad characteristics that may be unappealing. But when people start to realize how to use those things to bolster its really good characteristics, it's overpowered as hell. But
Now, if I'm
again,
gonna,
I honestly think that if you're gonna buy stuff with real money, it has to be cosmetics. Like just making your character look different. Say, oh, hey, look, I shilled this money to make it look like this. Okay, good for you, kind of deal. But never should you release like a special item that makes you overpowered.
yeah, I mean,
Like never.
if I'm gonna spend money, I want to have either a new map, a new level,
Yes, I agree.
new armor or something like that.
That changes the game drastically, or adds a lot more to it.
How as events go? I wanted to talk about some of the events in Final Fantasy XIV. How Destiny? How do the events in that go? Is it like the DLC, or do they have like seasonal events or stuff like that?
They both have DLC events, which there's a new DLC coming out for it next month, which is called Beyond the Light,
Mhm.
and is going to give you, I think, from what I understand and from what I've read, is going to give you like a completely new class that is just like outside the light and is going to be like a mixture of the darkness. So you're going to be able to wield the darkness as a weapon and use the darkness against the darkness. It
Wow.
also has seasonal events as well, because since it's October, they have the equivalent of a Halloween event, but knowing games in the fantasy realm, they rename these holidays to something else.
Hmm. I can see that
Like
though.
I know how Final Fantasy, because when I was playing during December, the Christmas event was going on. I forget what the holiday is called, and they have holidays for the summer. And I know even in the North American server that because obviously it's a JMMORPG, they have their own versions of the Japanese holidays.
Like I love JRPGs like Dragon Quest. I mean, they had a Dragon Quest event for 14. I'm not big on Monster Hunter. Actually, I want to discuss that real quick too. Have you seen the
Monster
Monster
Hunter
Hunter trailer
World.
yet? The movie?
No, the MMO, because when Monster Hunter itself is not a MMO, is an RPG. But
I
Monster
know
Hunter
that.
World is an MMO.
Yeah, I was just talking about the trailer for the new movie.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like it's based off of the MMO RPG game Monster Hunter World, which again for me when it comes to Monster Hunter, I tried it on the PSP and I tried it so many times. I tried to like the game, but I just couldn't get there. There's a lot going on with it, and there's a lot of grinding involved with Monster Hunter, and um, I'm not very patient with that. It's just like holy crap. There's no way to indicate your level. I mean, with the original, PSP version of it, but it was like I tried to figure it out. I was like, no, being in my late teens and early 20s, I wanted to blow someone's head off, because I was an FPS junkie back then.
Yeah, I mean, I found when I tried to play Monster Hunter, it was too repetitive. I mean, I like a nice grind. I like Disgaea. I like to grind and stuff, especially in RPGs, to get like one up on my on the villains and the my enemies. But it was just too repetitive for me.
Yeah,
But I
no,
guess they
it
have
got
the
extremely tedious.
uh I mean, I just recently watched the trailer, and I guess soldiers from our world going to the Monster Hunter world, and it's just that whole rehash type of just to get Mia Jovovich, I guess, another role. I guess the W.S. Anderson, Paul W.S. Anderson, whatever his name is. I guess is doing the movie. I'm not sure. I
I
just
don't
want
know.
to fact
Hey
check
man,
that.
I'm
W.
gonna be right back real quick. I just got to check on something.
But yeah, Paul W.S.
You guys
Anderson,
are here,
I'm
right?
sure is doing it. Yep,
Yeah, I'll just let you know when I'm back.
is doing it, and basically, I just wanted to go over some of the events with everybody. The Monster Hunter World event I just said. There was a Final Fantasy XI event, I guess, finishing off the story to it, I believe. Um, I mean, there's no end to what they've accomplished with 14. It's what I played of it. It's fantastic, and I'm definitely gonna go back to it very soon. The lengths that it's gone just to get this game to where it was is it's just astonishing. In my opinion, it's a top two MMO, and I personally, like I said, I like it better than WoW, but you also can't undermine the things WoW has accomplished because that's still going strong. Uh, but you can't disregard how far 14 has also come from the original game. It's just it's come so far. I'm excited. I can't wait to try it very soon. Once I get some extra money to throw in for some time on it. But yeah, I recently watched the new trailer for the Monster Hunter, and I'm not feeling it. It just feels like another stint to get his wife a role, like with the Resident Evil movies. Um, I wish they would just maybe stayed in the. I mean, I already said I'm not a Monster Hunter fan. But in my opinion, I'll probably still check the movie out just because it's a gaming movie. Maybe that'll get me to try the game again just to see what they changed or what they put into the movie, what they took from the game. But I just don't know. I don't see me enjoying this movie at all. Basically, what I seen was like a soldier from our time are getting stuck into this cloud that brings them to the Monster Hunter world, and she becomes this Monster Hunter badass and starts to become like the savage, I guess. That's where I guess the trailer left off. I'm not sure when it comes out. I think the release date is a couple months. The
I'm
release
back.
for it is December 30th, 2020. The movie comes out in US.
That's a
Yeah,
long way.
it's not that bad. It's only a couple months. But that's what the
Yeah,
movie
I
comes
don't
out.
know. I briefly just heard your description of it. I don't know how I really feel about that. It sounds like a.
It sounds like a rehash of a lot of video game movies.
I
Soldiers
don't know.
from our
To me,
time get stuck in there, like a cloud comes in the desert, and there's a bunch of pillars from like these different weird sayings on it from Monster Hunter, and I guess a white cloud, big not white, a big a void comes and sucks them into the world of Monster Hunter, and I guess she becomes a savage badass. Like I said, I think it's just another ploy for him to get her into a role into one of his movies again.
yeah, like I don't know. Like to me, it kind of sounds like the start of a B-rated fantasy movie almost. Forgive my harsh words of the I just I don't know. I think I might skip on that.
I'm gonna check it out because I like to check out every again movie. I don't know why. I just do it. I like to torture myself. But
Glutton for punish.
I don't have high hopes for it.
Yeah, neither do
I
I.
really don't.
My expectations are low. Speaking about like expectate like movies, like I really like I'm kind of like regret checking this out was the I'm pretty sure everyone forgot about this movie was the Happy Time Murders.
Oh, Happy Time Murders. That was that with the puppets?
Yeah, that was the one with like the puppets are a part of our world and they were
Yeah,
like
I had
actual
a fun
living.
time with. That was a good movie. I had a fun time with that.
Yeah, no, it was weird. I didn't know how to feel about it. Like I really was one side of me that really wanted to hate it, and one side that really wanted me to like it because it had its moments where it was pretty funny. Then it was like some other moments I was like, really?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I thought there were some moments that were funny, but it was just like again, there was a lot of hit and misses with it. And when I looked it up later, it turned out to be a box office flop.
What was it? I thought it was pretty good. I'm not sure. I'll have
Yeah,
to
no,
look that up.
I heard it was like it's one of those movies that's gonna be easily forgotten, and then when you bring it up to someone, they're gonna be like, "Wait, there's a movie that's like that," and then when they see it, like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." It's one of those. It's one of those movies that people easily forget, and they don't know they watched it until you remind them of it.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot about that movie until you just reminded me of it. To be honest,
I still
um,
remember because I saw it in theaters. Like it's like okay, I'll give this movie a chance. It looks pretty funny, but there, like I said, there was a lot of hit and misses with that movie.
what I'm trying to think of. I haven't really watched too many movies. I mean, I'll go back and watch movies I've already watched that I enjoyed. Sometimes I'll go back and watch movies that I haven't.
Hold on, I'm checking up on my
There's a
dinner
movie,
right
Monster
now. It's
Squad,
cooking. I'm
that a
hoping
buddy
it
of
cooks
mine.
really fast.
There's a buddy of mine. He was recently on the podcast, Mark, who Monster Squad is a movie I'm definitely gonna check out. It's an older movie. I guess it's like the Goonies, but not. It's more horror. It's like Dracula, the Gill Man, which is basically the creature from the Black Lagoon. They all team up. Frankenstein, the Mummy, and Wolfman, and all that. Because for the people out there, I don't know if you know, I'm a big horror guy too, as well as Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. But I do like my horror, my Stephen King's,
I
my
wish
old
I
Universal
wish I
horrors.
cooked earlier, but there were some complications that I'm not gonna get into right now.
It's fine.
Which is why I'm in and out, and I know I'm very unprofessional of me, but please bear in mind.
It's fine.
Yeah,
We
no,
will sign off
I'm talking to the audience.
in the
I'm
future.
breaking the
Just
fourth
want to
wall
try to.
like Deadpool. Holy crap!
In the future, though, I want to try to just fix some of these little stuff that we were getting wrong. We're
Yeah,
toning stuff down, and I mean, I think it's a fun time. It's a good time. I enjoy.
yeah, it's a good time, but unfortunately, the powers to be don't like us being naughty.
Up if you have anything to add.
I really don't. It's just my knowledge when it comes to MMOs is very limited because there are so many. Actually, no, I do want to add something when it comes to MMOs.
I
Excuse
wanted
me.
to talk on some
So I
EverQuest.
know how we mentioned about RuneScape, right? And
Yeah,
how long it's been going. I haven't heard about this MMO for a while because it started off as a flash point and click game where it had a huge player base, but you had to join the forums in order to get connected to them, and there was like other things and perks, and then it finally turned into like a true RPG. MMORPG ran on Flash. It took the World of Warcraft formula into account as well, which was it's Adventure Quest. It started off as Adventure Quest, and then the MMO version turned into Adventure Quest Worlds, which I enjoyed the hell out of that game. I loved it, and I played it for years, and I haven't played it in a long time because again I just lost interest in it.
Adventure Quest. You said I don't think I've ever heard of that.
No, it's what was the company? I think it's called Artrix or whatever. I forget, but it was a game that I thoroughly enjoyed while I
See,
was
is
in
that the
school.
one?
What?
Oh, I played Adventure Quest before. It's like it's a page MMO. You play on the page, right? But it's kind of like an
Yeah,
RPG,
yeah,
Flash game.
yeah. Like I said, it was a Flash
Oh yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was good. It was a good Flash game
It
that
was
I played for
really. I
years.
enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, no, and like it did, like I said, it did eventually turn into an MMORPG because back then, like it was just like a page flash RPG game where it was just you and the world, and there was other people that you competed with to be the best. Like who can you be? How how high can your level get, and things like that. Then it
Yeah.
turned into Adventure Quest Worlds, which was the MMO. So now, I mean, I don't know how well they're doing now. I mean, I haven't heard anything about. I haven't heard anything about them. I haven't seen any of their advertisements in like probably like 8 years, maybe 10.
I remember my little story is I got after UO, I heard about EverQuest, and I bought the first EverQuest. Now I have dial-up. I had the dial-up modem at the time. This is like 99, 2000.
Long time ago. Holy crap. But yeah,
True.
no,
Uh,
I just wanted to show my love for that game because when I was in school and I had time to kill, I would just log on and I play that, and I played it when I got up to college, in between classes, and I would hop on the computer lab after I was done doing certain research to help me with a research paper. I would just play for like about good 10, 20 minutes, kill some time, and head to my next class. And then, I started skipping classes because I started hating college. Who did?
yeah, it was 99 when I started when I got EverQuest, but I had the dial-up modem, and just it was horrendous how long it took me to get even to
Oh yeah,
accept.
no, I remember. I remember that horrendous startup. It's etched in my head.
Oh, dude, it was terrible. Like it took like 20 minutes. It was so laggy for me to take a step. That's how slow the game was. It was terrible. So I ended up playing The Sims instead, and
Yeah,
I
no,
was so mad. But UO ran perfectly.
I remember the old AOL "You Got Mail" voice.
Yeah, I mean AOL ran fine, but just that game just wasn't able to really run too good on the computer and the rig I had.
Yup.
It wasn't good.
I did not get out of. Well, my parents didn't get out of dial up until the mid 2000s when my dad decided to get a new Mac computer.
I was
Back
never
then, it was
big
that
Mac.
Mac computer. Holy crap! It ran so fast back in the day. And
I
then
bet.
that completely took a dump, and I'm pretty sure my dad got rid of it some time ago. But I remember when he first got that thing, and it ran so fast.
I uh I had a Gateway, like when Gateway was big back then.
Did it had Netscape too?
No, did it have to? I'm not sure. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
It's a dead internet browser.
I know exactly what Netscape is. I don't
Yeah,
remember what it had. I don't know if it had Internet
I'm pretty
Explorer or
sure some of
Netscape.
our younger viewers are like, "Oh, what's Netscape?" Let me tell you a story.
Don't even bother looking it up. It'll take forever to even load. But I
I
guess
remember Mozilla Firefox used to be the best browser, was better than Chrome, and now Chrome is the best, fastest internet browser.
I still mess with the Firefox.
See, I've been trying to like I used to use Firefox all the time, and I would say I'll be damned if I ever use Google Chrome. One day, Firefox decided to stop working on me. And so I uninstalled it and I tried to install it again and it did the same thing. So I was like, wow, hmm, this is a problem. So I was like, what am I going to use? Because Internet Explorer was a laggy piece of crap. So I was like, all right, I concede. Google Chrome it is.
Yeah, I just mess with Firefox. I don't really even. I mean, I'll mess with anything except. I guess they didn't Internet Explorer just they got.
Internet Explorer is now called Microsoft Edge.
I thought they got rid of it. Totally.
Nah,
Oh, I mean,
it's basically Microsoft Edge now.
wow.
So basically, Microsoft now owns Internet Explorer and they just call it Edge. Still alive.
Well, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. Anything else you want to add for this week's episode?
No, I just wanted to add Adventure Quest, which I forgot, and I wanted to show some love in this episode, and maybe we can get our viewers to give a curious look.
We're gonna start adding episodes every Friday. I was just a little busier than usual yesterday, so this is gonna be a
No,
Saturday
it's all
episode.
good.
Next week it's gonna be every Friday.
Every Friday.
Do
Every
it.
Friday at 8, I'm assuming, Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
That's what it's gonna be. So Choco Bros and Moo Gals, I will see you next Friday. Way Void, it's a pleasure as usual.
Yup.
Keep on MMOing, keep
Mm-hmm.
wrecking, keep grinding,
I'm trucking.
keep on gaming.
Bye.
Bye bye everyone. It's time to go. We had so much fun. How about them chops?